Hey guys, how's it going? Today, while I was finishing up this Mach-E, I got my Buff Brite flamethrowers in and mounts from Buff Brite. After I saw Barry Thiel using one of these, I thought this is genius. I gotta try this out. And you guys know I love gadgets here, so let's take a look at this stuff. And no, I didn't get paid to say this. I paid full price, but I bought 4 of them straight out the gate. All right guys, I'm back and I got my flamethrowers all charged, and I'm gonna show you a little bit about them, and then I'm gonna show you what they look like when you're looking at a panel and make the determination yourself. I'm pretty excited to put these into use real world, and I'll have an update when I have more correction jobs, but right now I'm kind of booked with clear broad jobs. But let's take a look and check it out. So the first thing is, here's the light, and the way this light works is this cap, so it doesn't bump paint, comes off, and you can see the power button is right there. Now you unscrew this like a flashlight and it will reveal the USB-C charging port, and so that's how you're going to charge this device, is just by unscrewing that a couple times. And then when you get it, the other end, you're gonna need to unscrew that end. And it's got the rechargeable battery in there, but the battery will come with a plastic covering, so it won't work if you don't take that plastic covering off, and then you put it in positive side first. And then once you do that and you get it charged, you're all set to use it in operation. And then as far as setup is concerned, each one of the little arms will come with this. It almost looks like a impact wrench or socket chuck. So it has like the little nub on it, and that's what you're going to use to put into the side of your polisher. Now, to note, it comes with a larger sleeve. So this sleeve will come on top of this, and if you have the larger threaded polisher, you keep that sleeve on, you screw it directly in. If you have a flex cordless like I do, they have this smaller thread, so you'll take that sleeve off and save it or discard it or whatever you need to do. Each one of the kits will also come with an adjustable headband, and this can snap right onto that. It's got grooves in it to snap onto the headband. I've tried it on my hat, and you can also just put it straight onto your head if you're interested in that sort of thing. So for me, probably go onto a hat, but you never know. So adjustable sleeve, it pops right out. It's super easy. To operate the light, you've got the power button, which by the way can be pressed through the protective cap, so it still works that way. And pressing it once will turn it on, and then obviously off the same way. But what you can do is you can adjust the brightness. If you click it, but click it fast enough, you can adjust that brightness. And then if you click it and then immediately hold it for 3 seconds, it will start cycling through the Kelvin temperature range. So the next thing is looking at the arms themselves. Let me show you how that works. All right, so like I mentioned, you got this little, I think chuck is probably the wrong word, but you got this little chuck or bit, and that's gonna screw in here, and you kind of adjust it and figure out where you want it to go. And then the arm, it's gonna come installed onto the arm, but the arm has a really thick grommet, which is gonna keep the light in place. It's pretty tough. I think, over time it may, loosen up a wee bit, but I will say it's tight enough that, you wanna get the rotation of your light correct before you try to rotate it in the grommet. It's not gonna, didn't work for me. So then you see, it just looks like it's my guess is a CNC aluminum cut piece. And then you take this and you put it onto the the bit or the chuck, if you will, how you want it. Now I have it set up to go like this, and then it'll just kind of push on there just like an impact wrench. And then you take the light with the nub facing out, the power button facing out, and we are going to kind of shove it back in there. And I found that it's best to put your hand on the other side of it so it doesn't push the grommet all the way through. And it does take some effort, so you know it's going to be secure in there. All right, so I mentioned that, you know, the grommet may break in, but something I'll say is if you just take a wee bit of water or any liquid really and just like one drop inside the grommet while you're waiting for it to break in, it'll slide right in. It's a little bit easier compared to, you know, fighting with it. And it just takes an extra second max. So one more thing is you notice the little bit or chuck. It also comes with a rubber cap that you can cover up. I never hit anything accidentally, but you know, just in case you did, you know, all the edges here are rubber. So you see here, I got 3 polishers. I've got my 5-inch random orbit, I've got my 5-inch rotary, and I've got my Flex PXE 80. Now I was told that, you know, double lights are great for polishing because you're looking for those final defects. So I've got a double setup on my 5-inch DA, and then I've got one on the rotary, which I was told is a good medium for a rotary. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then what I really have that I'm excited about is I love my Flex PXE 80 3-inch, 1-inch, and I have 2 of these Flex polishers, but it's unreleased right now. But I got my hands on an early, one early, and it's a clamp that goes on the underside of your PXE 80. And so now the flamethrower can be used even on the PXE 80, where before it was only able to screw into the sides of your polisher. So super excited to use it on my PXE 80. Single option, you know, single is the only option for this. You notice I got a double here. But single is the only option on this for now, at least. But loving the idea of that. So let me show you on a panel what the lights look like, and you know, see if you like it. I think you're gonna like it. I think it's worthwhile. All right, so I have my cell phone chest rig on, so it's easier. I can do it one-handed, and you'll see our 3 options here. I'm gonna show you on the panels, and I'll do it with my hat as well. So the thing to note here, I mean, we have a pretty bright shop, but there's always those areas that are darker, and I don't like moving lights around. That's why I have so many lights in the shop. The shop's really small, and you gotta be smart. You know, you don't want to like knock stuff over, and I get really stressed out when I'm constantly tripping over stuff. So anyways, so here's our polisher with the double attachment, and you can see what the panel looks like without the lights on. And then that's with 1, and that's with 2. So you can see how, you know, exactly when you're moving, it illuminates the panels. And you can adjust that, of course. You can, you know, play with it and see what you like better. You know, maybe you want it a little forward, or maybe you know, you want it a little up, and you can totally play with that. So that's what that one looks like. And then pretty similar, obviously, but we got the rotary, and you know, again, you can see how bright that is. And then I'm going to show you the PXE 80 with its attachment. I use this so much. This is going to be so helpful. I'm probably honestly most excited about the PXE 80 because usually if I'm using this smaller one, I'm in a harder to reach, maybe harder to see area. and I really like having that light there. It's awesome. And then I'm going to show you the headlamp now. So I put that little drop of water and see how easy it came out. So for the headlamp, what we're going to do is we're just going to snap it into place here. It just pops right in and out. It's real easy. Put my hat on. Put the headband on. I just flick on the headlamp. You can see how bright it is. I'm trying to there's my phone back right against my eye, so you can this is what you would expect to see if you're just looking through the lens, or if you're looking through my eyes. Pretty bright. All right, the last thing I wanted to show you to give you like a better idea of how much brightness you have is showing you in the dark how much it illuminates. That's just one. You can see you could use this for a lot of things. I mean, you could even use this if you're, you like to work on cars, you're a mechanic. That's just one. And then if, for example, you had the dual setup, you see how much, and see that light travels pretty far even. So that's a pretty big brightness. So I think you're gonna like this. It's a great product. If you're like me, you like gadgets and you like, trying out new things. And people are married to their old ways, and you potentially miss out on stuff. So big thanks again to Barry Thiel for turning me on to these. I saw him in a video after he saw it at SEMA, and so I'm excited to use it here as well.